Hi everyone, so today is the last video of the series for Burp Suite. We'll be doing Extender. So after looking at proxy, target scoping, repeater, intruder, decoder, sequencer, and comparer, we'll be looking at Extender. So what is Extender? What's doing there? How to use it? That's what we'll discover together today. First things first is have a look at the interface. So the interface, when we open the Extender module, we end up on the Extensions subtab. So in the Extension subtabs, the first thing that we have is Burp Extensions. And in here, in the screenshot, there is no extension for now, but we'll be adding extensions later. So this box with the Burp extensions provides us with a list of extensions that we have installed and allows us to activate or deactivate them for the project we are working on. And the buttons on the left, add, remove, up, down, are the ones that we can use to add an extension and install an extension, moving up an extension or moving down an extension, a module. And these modules or these extensions could be either the ones that we have coded or ones that are made available on the internet in the App Store. So the up and down buttons will control the order of the installed extensions in the list, and these extensions are invoked in descending order, which means the one that is the uppest one will be the one that will be used first, and then everything goes down. So all traffic passing through Burp Suite will be passed through each extension in order, starting from the top of the list and going all the way down. It's a bit like if you worked with firewalls and firewall rules. It's a bit in the same way, where packets will go through the first rule and then going down the list until it finds something. But here it goes down all the extensions until the end. So the order of these extensions are important, because if we are using extensions that modify the requests, it could hinder another one after. And in this part, there is 3 windows, so details, output, and errors. And these are for the currently selected module. So if you select an extension on the upper pane, you'll have the details and output and errors on this part of the view. And then there are the App Store, the API subtab, and the options. We'll get a look at them in this video one after the other. So what's the App Store or the Burp App Store? This is the list of official extensions that we can integrate in Burp Suite. And these extensions can be written in different languages, like the most common one is Java, or Python with the Jython interpreter, or Ruby with JRuby interpreter. So we'll start by installing an extension. So let's go to Burp Suite and let's go directly to Extender and to the App Store. So in the App Store, what we can see here is on the left side, there are extensions that have been written by users of Burp Suite that can extend Burp capabilities. And if we click on any of them, we'll have on the right side details about this specific extension. So for example, this one that I just clicked on would be ActiveScan++ extends Burp Suite's active and passive scanning capabilities, designed to add minimal network overhead, and it identifies application behavior that may be of interest to advanced testers. So let's look first for the request timer. And here we have it. So the request timer is one extension that exists. It captures response times for requests made by all Burp's tools, and it could be useful in uncovering potential timing attacks. And the results can be filtered by tool, so proxy, scanner, intruder, by target scope, and by matching a string in the URL. And it says it requires Java 8, and this one was written in Java, and it was last updated in 2017. But let's install it. So now that it's been installed, if we go back to the extension, we'll find out that the extension has been added to the Burp extensions. And also, in the main menu, there is this new tab, which is Request Timer. So different extensions will have different behaviors. Some will add new items to the right-click context menus, and some would create new tabs in the main menu bar, like the Request Timer one. So that extension was written in Java, but, and I said that we could use Python with the Jython interpreter to be able to write Burp extensions. So we need to have downloaded and included the separate Jython interpreter jar file to be able to add those type of extension. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is go into the Jython website and download in the Jython standalone version. It's on jython.org. Download. You'll be able to find all the links down below in the description box like always. So we'll download the Jython standalone version. Okay, now that we've downloaded the Jython standalone version, what we're gonna do is add it to Burp. Here in the extender, let's go to Options. And for options, as you can see, we have the Python environment, where these settings let you configure the environment for executing extensions that are written in Python. And to use Python extensions, you'll need to download Jython, which is a Python interpreter implemented in Java. Here, location of Jython standalone jar file, so that's what it's asking us. We go to the file, we locate it, and open it. And it's as simple as that. Nothing else to do. So we can now install Python modules from the App Store, which let us have more extensions available to us. And if we wanted to put the Ruby environment, so that would be, we would need also the location of the JRuby jar file. So you need to download it. You'll find the link for the JRuby file in the description box, and put it here. The next thing that we can look at is the Burp Suite API. But before going into what's the Burp Suite API, we need to know what's an API. So an API stands for Application Programming Interface. And it is a way for two or more computer programs to communicate with each other. So you could take as an example a pizza place, where you'll have clients, the kitchen, and the waiter. So the client would check the menu and make the order to the waiter. Then the waiter would take this order to the kitchen. The kitchen will make the order, like pineapple pizza. Then the waiter brings the pizza from the kitchen and delivers it to the table. So here, the waiter plays the role of an API, and it will make the order from the client, send them to the server, then take the answer from the server and give it to the client. Now that we have a rough view of what an API do, the Burp Suite API will give a large number of API that can be used by new modules to integrate with Burp Suite. And we can view these in the API subtab. So let's do that together. Let's go to the API subtab, and as you can see here, there are many API that are there. So Burp Collaborator, Client Context, Burp Extender, Cookie, and so on and so forth. And on the right, you'll have the code for this API. that we can be using to create our own extensions so that we can interact with these endpoints in any of the languages supported by Burp Suite for use in extensions like Java, Python using the Jython interpreter, Ruby using JRuby. So, for example, if we take the eCookie Burp Extender API, we'll find that there is multiple methods in here. So, for example, this public interface iCookie is used to hold details about the HTTP cookie, while the getDomain method would retrieve the domain for which the cookie is in scope. The getPath method will return the path for which the cookie is in scope, or null if none is set. The getExpiration will retrieve the expiration time for the cookie, and the getName would retrieve the name of the cookie, while the getValue will retrieve the value of the cookie. And there are many other API that we can look at. And if you want to learn more about coding your own extension for Burp Suite, there is a guide that is provided by PortTrigger. I'll be also linking it down below in the description box. And that was it for today, and that was it for the whole Burp Suite series. I hope you enjoyed this video and all of the other videos before. If you want to go to look at one of them, they'll be all in the description box below. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a few things, or not, depends. Anyway, have a good day. Until next time. Bye!